Hi, Joanna. Thanks for taking time to speak with me today.
Good afternoon, no problem.
It was nice seeing you at the Network Under 40 event last week at Topgolf. Was that your first time there?
Yes, I had a really good time.
I enjoyed myself as well. I need to work on my swing. You did pretty well. Do you golf?
Yes, my husband and I like to golf occasionally.
Oh, nice. Well, I could use some more practice myself. I didn't realize you're married. How long?
Almost 12 years.
Wow, that's so admirable. Do you have any children?
Yes, we have 8-year-old twin girls.
So precious. Well, hopefully they get your golfing skills.
I hope so too.
Well, Joanna, the reason I wanted to meet with you is just to get to know you and your company, Alpha Group, better. If it's okay with you, I would just like to ask you some questions, and if there's a good fit for our companies, we can move forward and see how Gardner can benefit your organization.
Sounds good.
Great. So just a brief synopsis about Gardner. We help business leaders across all major functions in every industry and enterprise size with the objective insights they need to make the right decisions. Our comprehensive suite of services delivers strategic advice and proven best practices to help clients succeed in their mission critical priorities. So I see from your LinkedIn profile you were recently appointed CIO for Alpha Group. Congratulations on your new position.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Can you tell me more about Alpha Group and what it is that you do for them?
Yes, we provide state agencies, municipalities, and private clients with planning, engineering, design, asset management, and construction services.
Okay, great. And I understand you have 13 offices throughout the Northeast.
That is correct.
Have you considered expanding outside of the Northeast?
Yes, we are. I can't divulge too much information about that since we're still in the planning phase, but yes, that's one of our objectives.
Well, I understand. Well, since you're considering expansion, what are some of your biggest challenges to accomplish that objective?
My challenge is to support my IT team in a way that makes financial sense. I need to make sure they have the proper resources available to continue to provide integrated solutions for our clients.
I see your company increased revenue by 10% last year. That's always good news. You have obviously been doing a great job of making financially sound decisions.
Yes, thank you. I have my work cut out for me. We're projected to do even more by the end of this fiscal year.
Well, that is certainly a lot of pressure. If you don't mind, what is your decision-making process? It is obviously a successful one.
I really try to empower my team by listening to their suggestions and working alongside them. I'm a very hands-on in my management approach. I like to know directly what's going on and what isn't so I can address issues quickly.
Is anyone else involved in the financial decision-making process?
Yes, the CFO approves all major financial decisions.
Do you rely on a buying center to make most decisions for the IT department?
No, I partner with the CFO and the finance department, but most decisions are at my discretion regarding the IT department.
So, how are you currently analyzing your budget?
We rely on the finance department for reports.
In your IT department?
Honestly, it takes them a while to produce the financial reports because they provide reports for every department.
Would it be beneficial to have your reports in a timely manner?
Yes, it would be a great benefit.
How detailed are these budget reports?
They analyze spending on hardware, software, and employee onboard spending.
Do you feel like this information provides enough detail to aid in your decision-making process?
It is a bit vague. I end up having to analyze additional data myself.
Well, that sounds like it takes up some time on your part. How could you better spend the time you take analyzing those reports?
If I could focus more on making sure my team has the proper resources available so they can continue to provide integrated resources to our clients, that would be helpful.
So if you had more time to focus on your team and ensuring your clients are satisfied, would that aid in the overall expansion objectives for the company?
Yes, it would.
If I could show you how Gartner can not only analyze your budget, but provide qualitative information, would that interest you?
Yes, it would.
So based on our conversation, it sounds like you could benefit from having a detailed budget analysis from an objective perspective to allow you to spend time on other important tasks that could ultimately move you and Alpha Group closer to expansion.
Yes, it would. However, I'd like to know how your company provides budget reports. More specifically, how would you do yours differ from the ones in my finance department produces for me?
Well, that's a great question. Using the IT budget tool will provide insight on spending practices, including employee spending as percentage of revenue, operational spending versus capital spending, percent designated for growing and transforming business, spending by technology domain, expense ratios like hardware, software, and human capital, and human capital expenses regarding internal versus external. Do you agree that having access to this information can help you make better business decisions concerning your IT department?
Yes.
I'm sending you a link now that can give some context to the budgeting services about which I'm speaking of. Are you able to open the link I sent you?
Yes, I'm looking at it now.
Wonderful. If you will scroll down to the third slide, I would like to point out how narrow, short-sighted analytics seldom regard broader market concepts such as supply and demand and fails to address organizational and competitive factors. You mentioned how uninformative your budget reports are from the finance department. Do you think that taking these things into consideration is imperative for company growth?
Yes, I can see that, though I'm not sure we have the budget to hire an outside source to do our budget reports.
I understand you may not have funds allocated for these types of reports, but I would like to point out that having more detailed reports can aid in your decision-making process, could ultimately get you closer to your organization's overall objective, which is to expand throughout the Northeast. Do you agree?
Yes, I do.
The benefit for Alpha Group would be an external source outside of your finance department that can thoroughly analyze your budget and even any other reports that you want to have an objective analysis for. You mentioned how long it takes for you to get those reports from finance, and that even after you get them, you still end up having to analyze the budget yourself, which is very time consuming for someone whose time is quite valuable. Not only will we produce your budget report in a timely fashion, but we offer solutions that can help move your department forward. Do you have any questions before I move on?
Having my reports done internally guarantees confidentiality. I'm curious about the information that is shared in an external organization. How can I be sure that you're not supplying our competitors with our information?
Great question. We pride ourselves on our reputation for providing objective and unparalleled insight and advice to the marketplace. When our clients, prospects, registered users, and vendors entrust us with their personally identifiable information, they expect that we will protect that information with the same level of care we do our own. Doing so is fundamental to our business success. We also developed this Gartner Global Privacy Policy to define and document for our clients, prospects, registered users, and vendors the various ways that we safeguard and balance their privacy rights with our legitimate business needs to collect, maintain, and communicate information. Does that address your concern?
Yes, thank you for clarifying.
Your need for timely, accurate, and detailed budget reports and employee optimization are problems that Gartner can effectively solve. Again, our proprietary research methods and budgeting tools will help free up some time for you because your time is valuable as CIO and could be spent on other tasks to help Alpha Group achieve further expansion. I think we both agree that Alpha Group could greatly benefit from Gartner services. The reports we provide you will be quarterly for $50,000. I just need you to review the terms of contract so we can set you up with an account with us today.
I understand how your services could be beneficial to us, but the price is a bit steep. I feel that while it sounds like a good investment to use Gartner services, the cost may be counterproductive for expansion.
That is certainly a valid point. As you stated, it is an investment. Like all investments, you naturally expect to yield a profit or a return on your investment. If we complete your reports for you on time with accuracy and with additional information about your department's spending, that gives you more time to dedicate to addressing these issues and being proactive rather than waiting on uninformative reports that cannot aid in your financial decisions that could get you closer to expansion. Do you agree that having more time to spend in other areas of your business is worth the investment?
Yes.
Are you ready to get started with Gartner today?
I'm not sure. I should review the information you gave me so I can make an informed decision.
Perhaps I can help you with that. Let's make a balance sheet together. On the left, we'll list the pros for choosing Gartner, and the right will be the cons. I have done this with some previous clients before, and it seems to help give more clarity.
Okay, we can do that.
So if you look on your screen, on the left, I have pros, on-time budget reports, insights that include objective insight and comparisons to peer organizations, detailed reports that give insight into spending, more time to spend on other productive things, and detailed report can aid in decisions that can help cut costs to be able to increase revenue and expand. On the right, I'm going to list a few cons that you mentioned, which was an expensive service and that you have no budget allocated. Is this an accurate description?
Yes.
Okay, so it looks like the pros outweigh the cons. I know $50,000 seems like a steep investment, but the value you gain from it yields a handsome return. Think about Alpha Group's long-term objective, expansion. You would have more time to dedicate to training your employees and overseeing your department, which would increase revenue because you have more time to be hands-on with your IT team, and as you stated earlier, providing them with proper resources. You mentioned you like to work closely with your IT team. Having us analyze your budget for you gives you more time to do that. Think of the total cost and net income of the last quarterly report. You know exactly how the finance team arrived at those figures? In those reports, do you have any quantitative or qualitative information that gives insight regarding employee spending, client satisfaction, or how well Alpha Group is doing compared to your competitors? Think about how much risk you are assuming by not factoring these important elements. You really can't afford to not make this investment as an organization. Are you ready to move forward and discuss terms?
I think I need a little more time to think about it and discuss it with the CEO.
Absolutely. Well, how about I provide you with an example of a report so you can see for yourself the benefits I spoke about? That way you have a tangible example of how detailed our analysis is, and I am positive that once you see how much more time you have in your hands, you'll be ready to sign a contract with us. Does that sound good?
Very much.
Great. I'll email you an example today. You can take some time to review it, and I will follow up with you tomorrow. Does that sound good?
Yes, it works for me. I look forward to that report.
Well, perfect. Again, thank you for your time and enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be in touch.